Hey,
No problem. Hi, Ryan.
how are you doing? How are your first couple days going?
I'm going good. Can you see my screen? I'll make sure I got everything right.
Yes, yes, I can see your
Okay.
screen.
All right. I kind of made up a little agenda for us.
Okay.
So, yeah, so things are going well. All my techs are pretty much in place. Of course, I'm not optimized yet in terms of efficiency, but I'm kind of up and running already. And really, thank you for setting this up. I just haven't got to you yet. I thought you were off today. You're back tomorrow.
No, 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 no. I was off on Monday, but I got back yesterday.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, anyway, it's good to see you again after our chat, I don't know, a month ago?
Yeah, I think it was about a month ago. Yeah, no, it's good to hear from you and see you again as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, hey, so Ryan, you are based in Menlo Park, right? Is that correct?
I'm technically remote, but I do come to the office every Thursday for the most part.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So
Yeah.
I will see you yeah, tomorrow then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be there tomorrow, probably around 11ish.
Okay, where are you? Where do you live? Are you pretty close to Menlo Park? I guess you're not too close. I guess, right?
I'm in Walnut Creek.
Oh, way up there, huh? Okay, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Which, no traffic, it's a breeze, but there's always traffic, so
Yeah, when I'm in Milpitas, so when I came in today, it was pretty bad. It was like 45 minutes. So that just yeah, the traffic on 101 is pretty bad.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, I kind of just made up agenda on what you kind of just kind of things that I want to know and things you want to share. We may not have time for everything, but I just want to set a structure in place, and this will be our going tracking docs, I guess, right? So I could document everything here, and I share this with you as well. I think you should have gotten an email.
Check.
See if you have it.
Um, check.
Or maybe you didn't. Let me do that again. Let me share. Maybe I did not send a notification now. Comment, copy, link. Let me see.
Have you just copy the link and send
Yeah,
it to
yeah,
me?
yeah. Okay, I'm copy a link right now.
Cool.
I'll put it in Slack. Okay, there you go. And let me know if you can access it. Let me give you a edit access rather than common access.
Yep, I got access to it.
Okay, I'll give you editor access too. Okay,
Okay.
there we go.
Cool.
Okay, so kind of these are things in my mind, and let me know if I miss anything. I just kind of want to know, who, when, what, all this stuff. Like, no, I was looking at your director. You have Ben and Michelle, and they are both in Menlo Park, right?
Yes, yeah, they are. Yeah, they're actually, I mean, if you haven't met them yet, actually, I don't know if they're in the office today, but they'll be there tomorrow and we can do a bunch of introductions
Yeah, that'd
tomorrow.
be great if we could do it. Which building are you in? Are you in Adam or are you in O'Brien?
Oh, our whole spot is in Adams.
Okay.
That's where the whole team is in that one little corner on the base level.
Okay, got it. And yeah, I'll meet you in person tomorrow. So this kind of thing. So I don't know. I just kind of dump it in. First thing I want to check with you is I'm sure you have a lot of links that you want me to know, right? Like, and
Oh,
yeah, like things that I should know and things that is nice to have. And if you could dump that in, that'll be really good.
yeah. Let me grab this because there is actually. I did some training for somebody else, and again, I mean, being transparent, I'm no master in incident response or incident
No, no
management.
problem, no problem.
That's new to me, but I did some training for somebody else.
Yeah,
I should have a bunch of very relevant links for you. So let me just.
exactly. All these links, and we can you can do that later or now. That's fine. I just kind of just this kind of our page of getting things organized.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so this way we don't lose things. So we have one place to go, right?
No, definitely.
Okay, and I hope this process is okay. Just kind of like the way I work, just kind of keep everything organized a little bit.
No, this is perfect. I will tell you, I'm not the most organized person myself, so having some organization is fantastic for me.
Okay, okay, sounds good. Yeah, let me know if something that I'm going too fast or it's not the girl's way. Just let me know, okay?
Yeah, no, 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 definitely, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to take me a minute to find the document that I was just referring to, but I'll do this
Yeah,
with.
just dump it here. Dump it here. I'm sure
Yeah.
they're everywhere. Let me see. And I guess the next thing is just high level, and we can do this today or tomorrow. In a conference room, we could like draw it out, things like that. I don't know. Maybe that'd be easier just kind of the overall the current incident management flow process. I know I asked you a little bit in our interview, but of course at that time I wasn't part of the employee, so you couldn't tell me everything. So I was wondering, maybe this week could go to tomorrow. I don't know if it's easier up, or you can just verbalize it right now. Whatever you think is best.
Yeah, so I think probably the best place to start. I mean, you have access to Viva, right? To probably take a look at some of the important documents in there.
To where? To which one?
In Viva, in our
Viva.
document control system, I'll link you to.
Yeah, that's one you need link there.
Yeah, incident response. We have. There we go. I don't know if this link is going to hurt. I'm gonna send this link to you. See if this works for you. Sometimes
Okay.
Viva's a little weird with links, but one way or another, I'll give you the document number.
Okay.
And I think links to know documentation. Yeah, so in terms of a central location, your Confluence has a ton of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I'll send you a link I'll add a link there, and then Viva for
Okay.
like official policy
Okay.
/ SOP docs. And here, that's a very important one right there. I mean, you probably want to check out all the security ones, but let me see if there's some other ones that are going to be important to you right now. And this one's important. Those two for sure are going to be the most important to you. The first one for sure, because that's our incident response plan and procedure.
The first one, the 002?
Yeah, 002. Yep.
Is it 001 or just happen to be 002?
It just happens to be 002.
So is this the master playbook or this is the incident response plan?
So no master playbook per se. I guess when you refer to a master playbook, what do you mean?
Okay, let me step up. Is there an incident response plan on how the process works from end to end?
Yes. Yeah. Here.
Okay.
Let me share my screen real quick, and I can show you. And you're probably referring to these Viva documents. So
Yeah.
share my screen. So this is the incident handling procedure.
Hold on a second. I don't see it right now. Do I need to unshare? I need to unshare first, right?
I think we could both share at the same time.
Really?
But yeah.
Okay,
Share.
I don't see it right now.
I think there's if you look at your Zoom screen, there should be multiple tabs, or maybe you have to.
Oh,
unshare
right.
this.
Right. Okay, hold on. I see my screen. Okay, there. I see your screen now.
Okay, so this is the handling procedure. This is this fairly outdated in sense of I don't check this one or follow this one as much. It's really the other one, which is like SOP. Oops,
Yeah, just paste it in the link there.
this one right here. I'll drop this in here for you. We'll go back to it, but this is our incident response plan. Which essentially, right, it denotes a bunch of abbreviations, but we have our plan. And again, all of this, just in being transparent, these things are changing. We have currently open versions that we are editing and going through the process of changing it. I'll add you to that as well, because at this state, to me, I just want to leverage your expertise in this area, and anything that you see fit to change and adapt to how we should really be doing this, I'm all ears to that, to be honest.
Absolutely.
So it lists out like stakeholders, internal, partial, the incident response life cycle, and we kind of go into details in terms of preparation, detection and analysis, different severity settings or levels, and containment actions. And then yeah, so like if there were a master plan, this would be it based off of our policies. But then, of course, like I mentioned before, in Confluence, we have a bunch of different playbooks, which again, all this stuff, it's all, oh, I gotta sign. It's all up for grabs for being adapted and changed.
So Ryan, on the Confluence documentation, how does that differ from the version 4 response plan that you just showed me?
Yeah, I'll show you. So the Confluence documentation has more specific playbooks per specific incidents or events that are happening.
Oh.
Right. So this is more general, high level, like all incidents should be treated this way, right? Based off of our policies. Confluence documentation has maybe more specific playbooks on certain detections or specific incidents or threats that come in.
Does the documentation have link to these? I'm sorry. I guess that's a Google Doc, right? The initial one's a Google Doc.
It is, I mean, so it's in Viva. We write them
Oh,
in Google and we export them from Google to put them into Viva. But it's really a Word doc. And then in Confluence, we have these different types of playbooks, and they are all associated with different types of events. And you can see how we list out preparation, detection, analysis, containment, eradication, recovery, and then post-incident activity, and then also general information.
so a dumb question. On the Viva, do I have access? I mean, I guess the first thing I need.
You should definitely have, you should have access to pretty much every single policy in here.
Okay.
That's one of your first things. You should have a bunch of Viva trainings you have to go through for your first week.
Oh, so do I need to complete the Viva training in order to see this?
No. You should be able to, here, go to your,
Yeah,
go to your
yeah.
Okta. You
Yep.
should be able to
Let me
have,
go to see if I can access it just for since you put the
yeah,
link already.
yeah, you should have access to this out of the
Oh, do
box.
you have the link? There's no link there.
You don't have you don't have a Viva title?
I see the title there, but there's no link. There's nothing for me to click.
Tile? Well, you just gotta click the tile.
I did. It doesn't do anything.
Oh, here, share your screen.
Okay, I'll share my screen.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Excuse me. Okay, you see my screen, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. See,
Well, I see, yeah. So no, I don't have the link. So if you, that link above, if
yeah.
you copy that should take you to the document. But then of course, right, you can always just go into Viva and search for those document, IDs, and they'll pull them up as well.
Okay. All right. So this is it then.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. That's one you gave me. Okay. What's the difference between Viva and Google Doc?
So Viva is just our system for maintaining our different SOPs, policies, and some work instructions across every single team within the organization. So you can think of these as our official documents that from maybe a legal perspective or even from a compliance perspective, these are what we have to adhere to. And then what we have maybe in Google Drive or what's in Confluence is maybe something that is more dynamic or something that is readily updated more frequently outside of what we have in here. Right. So to me, like these policies, these are high level. This is how we conduct things, especially for this one, right? The statement of procedure, and then more specifics and things that maybe are more dynamic or change or have context to specific tools that we use. That would be maybe a document in Google Drive or a page in Confluence. I know it is a little complicated. We have 3 different areas where
Right.
there could be documents. But I would say things in Viva are really from a company policy standpoint. Like these are our company policies that people read, and then they certify that they've read them and that they are complying with them. Like the AUP, right? The acceptable use policy is in Viva.
Okay. And in the Confluence is more for our team to execute. Is that correct? It's just the operation procedure then?
Correct. Yeah, it would be more for maybe internal documents to security or to our team, and of course they could also be public to the rest of the company as well. It's just so the main difference between say like something like Viva or Confluence in Google Drive is the approval process to make changes in Viva is much more rigorous since these are policies that are for the whole entire company. Rather where something in Confluence or Google Drive, we can be much more fluid and have changes and add things on the fly or as however we see fit.
Is there a best practice as when to use Google Drive, Google Doc versus Confluence then?
No, that could be more or less a personal preference. If you prefer to use something like Confluence and keep organized there, great. If you want to use something like Google Drive, that's great. It is like I said, the organization is not for everybody. It's all over the place. This is more or less a system that I've kind of inherited from prior team members. Where for security, we've had stuff in Confluence, and of course, I've written my own stuff in Google Drive because I personally like Google Drive better than something like Confluence.
Right.
So if you want to keep all things in Google Drive, and we just have a place where we can reference back to certain documents, or have, we do have a security team folder as well in Google Drive for maybe more specific documents or maybe more sensitive documents as well. So it really just depends. But if you want to do everything in Google Drive, I'm totally fine with that because I personally like Google Drive much better than Confluence.
I think so, and I assume Confluence came into the organization before Google Docs, like Google Drive.
Well, Confluence came in with Jira, right? Because they're both Atlassian products. And again, Confluence is also really great if you want to share certain information with the rest of the organization, right? You can create a Confluence page, and then
Right.
people can search that and find that. Of course, you could do a similar thing with Google Drive, but
Right.
finding certain things in Google Drive is not the same as like maybe finding something in Confluence.
I know we're getting a little bit off topic. What's the pros and cons of using Google Drive versus Confluence then?
Um, to me, I just like managing documents in Google Drive or managing information in Google Drive as documents rather than using something like Confluence because Confluence works off of it's kind of like a blog, or you can think of it like as a page system. Like here, I can share my screen. I can show you. Um, Here, if you want to stop sharing your screen, I can show you more about Confluence.
There you go.
There you go. Cool. So, right, so there's different spaces that there are within Confluence. As you can see here, we're in the security space. And again, right, this is just a way that you can organize different information. It could be stuff that maybe we post to everybody in the company or anybody can come and access it. There's different ways like of a tree browser to be able to organize it. It's to me, again, I lean towards the side of like if I need to write something down, I go towards Google Drive, unless it is something that I am posting that the rest of the company or a wider view of people are going to need to see and have access to, then maybe I'll do something in Confluence. But to be honest, I haven't done something in Confluence in a minute.
Oh, yeah, sorry. What was did you say in what's this last paragraph, Ryan?
I haven't used Confluence in quite some time. I've been getting on the side of using Google Drive for documents.
Yeah, so you're like me. You like Google's Drive then.
Yeah, I like Google, and also I like Google because I have much more control over the visibility of documents that I create.
Right.
Rather, where in Confluence, you can control visibility of things in here, but it's based off of your access to the specific space that you're creating a page in or creating something in, and being able to limit that visibility. Rather, where if I want to write something and only have certain people have access to it, I'm just going to go to Google Drive, create a document, and add those people to it.
So Ryan, take me to you mentioned there's a detailed playbook session, right?
Yeah, so these are right here.
Where they are? TD playbooks.
Yeah, TDR. So TDR is short for threat detection and response. It's kind of like rebranding of the SOC or Security Operations Center. But you can think of them as pretty much
You know
the
what,
same.
Brian? Let me do this. Let me navigate so I'll remember, and you can watch me. That probably is
Yeah,
better.
here. Let me copy some links for you.
Yeah,
as
just
well.
copy something there.
Yeah.
The main link. That'll be good.
Yeah, I'll do both.
Okay.
Let's see. This is here. I'm gonna do. There you go. But yeah, we can go. Oh, here, we'll look at that too. This is also kind of how, again, this stuff is somewhat outdated. This is where we kind of display different services and maybe the points of contact for that, and then maybe more detailed pages for it. See here, there's threat and incident response. This is something that I've been the lead reporting into Janet for I think a year and a half now. But this is where, again, I see you on this incident response side really helping out with that, or really taking that component over.
Yeah.
But we can go into playbooks. I know I got the link there for you, but we can go in. You can see we have various playbooks for various different, I wouldn't say necessarily, they don't have to be incidents, just maybe different threats that we see based off of alerts either from our tooling native tooling, such as like our EDR, like CrowdStrike, or for maybe our SIM, which is Panther,
Do
which
you
all
have
know.
one for ransomware?
Yeah, right down here.
Yep, there.
And again, all of these things more or less inherited from older people in the team on the company who aren't here anymore. And like I said, all of this is due for. I wouldn't say it has to be refreshed, but it is due for an overhaul, especially from somebody who has a lot more experience in this area.
And maybe now, and you're on board if we move this over to Google Drive, huh?
Oh, big time.
Good time?
Oh yeah, I'm very on board moving this
Okay.
over to Google Drive.
Okay, that sounds good. I think, okay, that's good. That's a big endorsement. You and me be online on that one.
Yes, yes, I'm really big on that because also these playbooks, I mean, a lot of these ones aren't necessarily super sensitive, but I just live under the paradigm of like if someone doesn't need access to it, they shouldn't gain access to it. Especially when it comes to playbooks, the more information that is just publicly available or widely available to people, the more potential you have for threat actors or potential threat actors to have visibility into it and looking through some gaps or some holes that might be there.
So these links, anyone in the company can access it?
If they have access to Confluence, yeah.
Oh, that's not good, huh? Yeah.
No, yeah, no, I personally, I don't like it, but this is just where it's kind of been. And again, right, these aren't, like, they are sensitive, but they aren't. To me, the pieces that are more sensitive would be, the playbooks that are associated with insider threat, where
Right.
we don't really want to make that public to everybody because people just don't like the idea of insider threat. But again, yeah, I'm all for this all moving over to Google Drive.
Got it. I think that should be a project that I need your help. We need to work together, I guess.
Yeah, we can definitely work together on this.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to start fresh and how these playbooks work, I mean, there's a lot of facets to this because also, we have an MDR that I want to get you introduced to. That is kind of taken over a large majority of the work that we do for the TDR team in terms of being a tier 1 and tier 2 analyst, and then escalating things to us as needed or as necessary. Which we'll go over all that. There's a lot of ramping up that you'll be going through for these first couple months or these first couple weeks for sure. But we'll definitely get you there.
So TDR is threat detection response, correct?
Yeah, threat detection and response. Yeah, you can really just think of it as Security Operations Center. It's just a rebranding.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much the same thing. Maybe TDR is kind of on the newer edge of what a SOC is, but it's the same thing. There's no difference really.
So Ryan, these playbook, I don't know how many we have. So we have 1, 2,
21.
21? How many? I don't know what's the last one.
Okta or suspicious Google account activity. So I mean, we can even look at this example, right? So, and again, we have hundreds of detections, so we don't have a playbook for every single detection that comes through. But these are just some of the playbooks for the most common ones that we have right now. But again, however you see fit, if we have a more generic playbook for handling a larger amount of detections, I'm all for that. Again, any which way you want to take this.
On these playbook right now, 21 of those, in your opinion, does it cover 80%, 90%, or at least a top hitter? I mean, how much does it cover in the scope?
It's a good question. I would want to say, it probably covers maybe 80% of the different threats that we receive the most, the ones that we respond to, or ones that should have a detailed playbook associated with it. But again, this area is, like I said before, is in some flux right now with the addition of having a managed detection response provider newly onboarded last quarter. So, a lot of these playbooks, they're still relevant, but not as relevant because our MDR would handle a lot of these things for us and then escalate to us as necessary.
Got it. And these playbook, who's the owner right now?
It would be probably me.
Okay, Brian. So you're the custodian right now.
I'm the custodian right now. Yes, I tell you, I do not have any time to keep these up to date or add anymore at this point.
Okay, got it. And nobody touched this but you in terms of editing.
Correct. Yeah.
Or maybe nobody has the knowledge other than you. It's possible.
That's pretty much what that's what it's been for a minute, because it has just been, there was a moment in time where it really was just me on handling all of TDR, all of security operations. It's changed now, and again, like I said, with the MDR, but also having some more headcount underneath me, because in your document, right? So Ben and Michelle do report to me, but they are recently on board in, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. So it's all fairly new stuff.
So Ryan, so do you think this should be one of the projects to start working on is to the house. So here's what I'm thinking: house cleaning this documentation, update them, refresh them, and at the same time migrating to Google Drive.
I think it would definitely be a valid, it would definitely be a valid first project. I think maybe or let me say this, it would be a valid first project or maybe something that would be on your task list in general at some point. I personally think where we can leverage a lot of your experience and capabilities to really up-level our incident response program here in general.
Yes.
It's almost for you to just do a lot of discovery for maybe a week to maybe even a month and just see currently what it is right now across all of our documents, our policies, our playbooks, and how we facilitate and operate between, how different alerts and events get brought to us and how we manage them. I think almost doing a discovery phase of how you see it currently being done now.
Yep.
And where you think we need to change and go to actually improve it and maybe solidify an official incident response program.
So it sounds okay. Discovery approach.
Yeah, I think discovery approach and then just leveraging your experience of like, you know what, I think this is the direction we need to move. And this is where we need to make some adjustments.
Okay. So it's kind of take an inventory of where we are right now, do analysis, and see where there's gap and make recommendation.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because one of the big things, I think I mentioned it in the meeting this morning where, there's a lot of focus on our NIST score and a lot of initiatives associated with NIST.
Yeah.
Incident response is definitely one of those things. And I'll introduce you to Andrew Hutzel.
Yeah.
Person who's been leading the compliance aspect of it, or, essentially having all of our NIST controls and assessing where we currently are and where we need to go and the kind of target outputs that are associated with it. While on my side, between Alex and I and everybody else who's on this Tiger team that we have are the ones on the implementation and actual engineering components of it. And that's where I also see you on the incident response side, to work in tandem with Andrew on some of the things that he's calling out that we need to improve, and then taking those up and doing that.
What was his last name? Andrew
Hutzel. And I'll get you introduced to him very shortly, whether it be tomorrow or some other day, because he's also the one who has been leading our tabletop exercises recently.
Oh, okay. And who does it report to? Is he in compliance?
Yeah, so he's been a contractor for us for maybe almost a year at this point, maybe half a year, but he's going to be starting full time on Monday, and he's going to report to the VP of security, Abhi.
Yeah. Okay, Abhi did mention him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he is. Do you still see my screen, or you don't anymore? Okay, you don't anymore.
No, I don't see your screen.
Okay, let me share that again. And let me share.
Mm-hmm.
Documents. Okay, let me know if you see it.
Yep.
Okay, so first thing I want to just know Andrew, Andrew. Last name is
Hutzel.
Hutzel. Yeah. Oh, right there.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, so he is an auditor.
Yeah, he's an auditor.
Oh, and he's in Virginia. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So he's leading the effort in terms of getting the NIST score up. Is that correct?
Yeah, kind of. He's leading it from the auditor standpoint of because he was the one that actually did our NIST score last year when we had an external auditor do it, and then he joined us as a contractor, and now he's joining full time. So from the standpoint of the technicals of the actual controls and the compliance aspects of NIST, he is leading that component. Where on our side, between myself, Alex, and the rest of the Tiger team, we're the ones who are implementing the target outputs expected to improve our overall NIST score.
Okay, okay. So got it. We're kind of the execution right then.
Yeah, yeah, we're the executors on it, and also we're the executors, and we're also some of the assessors on it as well, right? We provide input based off of what the control is, and say like, oh yes, we have this, or like we think we can implement this, and that should help with that, and we work in hand with Andrew on that.
Okay, Hutzel. Okay, Andrew Hutzel. Sorry, it's Alex. Wrong one. Yeah. So yeah. When you want to kind of loop in, we can introduce and see what's a good time for you.
Yeah, no, we'll get some introductions going with Andrew shortly. Um, I might maybe tomorrow, might probably sometime next.
Friday.
I might not have time this Friday, but for sure next week, or
Okay.
maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. See if we can find some. Well, we can. Let's see. How's my time tomorrow? Let me see. Uh, you see my calendar, right?
Yeah, yeah, I see it. Yep.
Look at your calendar because some of them I don't have to go. Like a document control, I can skip that.
Yeah, let's see. Let's do this. Let's go.
Let's just do it now then.
Um, we have-
I mean, I'm sure your tie is more more compact than mine. So
oh, trust me, yours will get to mine very
yeah,
shortly. It
yeah.
happens. It happens quickly. Okay, here. Why don't we just take this quick? Uh,
And you let me know which time you want to do it, then I'll tell you.
yeah, here. I'm just gonna set it up. I've got it right here. Let's do. We'll do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yeah, tomorrow at 10:30.
10:30. Got it. That will do. I can skip that documentation. I think that's just optional.
Yeah, it's just office hours. Yeah, it's on your calendar. I got it.
Okay, got it, got it. Yes, perfect. Do we need to book a room? I gotta figure out this room stuff here. Okay.
Yeah, we can book a room.
Can I? Do I have edit? Let me see. I can edit this, right? I can add a room.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah. Give me some practice. Oh, Tahoe's not available. Is there a way to find the rooms kind of available around my area? Is there a shortcut to do that? Let me see.
Um,
Let's see. There must be a way. I just don't know. Oh, I can just use these. Let me see. Freaking Adam 2C. I don't know where they are, but I'll just book them. Oh, those are the second floor. Those are the second. We're on the first floor, right? Yeah.
yeah, go scroll down.
Scroll down.
Yeah, click Adams.
Oh, Adam's got it.
Yeah, and we can also, when on site tomorrow, we can just walk around and find a room too. That's available.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, uh, this one's good. I know where this is.
Yeah, any one of these are good. Salt.
Salt. You know Salt?
Yeah, those rooms over there.
Okay.
Salt. Minnetonka is also good.
Yep.
Just
Salt.
let out.
We'll do Salt. Little more room. It just probably be two of us anyway. So
Yeah.
okay, safe. All right. Got it. Okay, so we got that taken care of. Okay, there. Okay, cool. Let's go back here. Okay. Since I got you here, let me just make sure I can access. You still see my screen, right, Ryan?
Yep, I can see it. Yep.
Okay, let me just do it.
I'll add some more things to this. So.
Okay, I could see that. That's good. Okay, you keep adding there. And also the links, Ryan, when you get a chance later.
Yeah. There's a bunch of access we'll need to provision for you for some of these tools.
Yeah. This is just kind of a little checklist.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds good. Let me see. Okay.
Firewall. Access. This is our VPN / CASB solution. Okta is identity. Right. We use AWS and GCP for our cloud service providers. Trying to think what else at the top of my head.
That's why we gotta get it down.
Yeah, I'm trying to think in terms of scope of what you definitely need to know about. So CrowdStrike, it's our EDR. Panther Labs, that's our SIM. Jira, this is where we do ticket tracking, currently used for incident tracking. It's not the greatest, and we want to move over to something more like JSM, but again, I'll let you make those decisions or how or when that happens. Palo Alto or Slack, obviously for general communications, but this is also where we have various alert or channels set up for alerts for security related things. We get alerts from the MDR from there for escalation. We get alerts from our SIM in there, from CrowdStrike in there. So I'll get you added to some of those specific channels, and I'll introduce you to our MDR. Here, why I put the MDR right?
What does MDR stand for?
Managed Detection and Response. So they act as our initial first and second tier when it comes to any kind of threats or detections. And they also will take response actions for us as well. And then, of course, anything that is uber critical or something they need to escalate to us, they will.
Is that the third-party vendor?
Yeah, it's a third-party vendor, yeah.
Oh, that's another discussion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are they...
What?
Are they 24/7? Where they're located, and all that stuff? Like a bunch of questions,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're 24/7, 365. They have a host of different analysts that are assigned to us, and they have a bunch of their own alerting and their own ticketing system or tracking system for things that they've handled. Because and in being transparent, traditionally, just given we don't have personnel for 24/7, 365. Really, for the longest time, it was just me and one other person handling all of our events. And just given that, on top of handling events, but also trying to mature the program in terms from an engineering perspective, that was between me and one other person. So we didn't even have enough time to act as any tier 1 or tier 2 analysts. We really just acted on the most high and critical alerts, and then also specific alerts called out or aligned with some of the business objectives. And then moving to the MDR, for one, we gain 24/7 coverage, 365, but also they're able to look at every single alert for us, right? Of course, they look at the highs and the criticals, and they escalate to us as necessary, but they're able to look at all the lows and mediums, which we weren't able to look into before. And of course, it's not like lows and mediums aren't important. It's just we didn't have the time to or the bandwidth to, but they look at everything for us.
They are based in U.S. or where are they based, these people?
So Armature is Armature is a U.S. company, but a lot of the analysts are based in Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
So they work in well, I guess they just do rotation, right, to cover 24/7 then, I guess.
Correct, yeah. And again, I'll get us on a call with them as well, so you could be introduced and they know who you are, and of course, handling any incidents that come from the MDR, right, that'll go your way.
Okay. I heard there's something that Gail mentioned that all these incidents, eventually they want to bring in-house, so we have our own team. Is that the roadmap down the road?
I'm not familiar with that. Maybe.
Okay.
I could see that, but that's definitely not something in the near term.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like a 2, maybe 3-year long shot if we were to bring that in, because one, we just don't have. I don't think we have the resources internally to spin up a whole SOC, like a full SOC team, right? To have people.
Yeah.
We'd have to hire 3-4 analysts to cover 24/7.
It'll be like 24 for global, with 6 on each region.
Yeah, exactly. So that might be, I don't know where Gail got that from, but that could be a long-term shot for us. But as of right now, at least in this immediate term, it's going to be armature for quite some time.
Okay. And Ryan, do you still engage with them? I mean, how do you work with them? Do you have a meeting with them once a week? How does the workflow now? How does that work?
Yeah, so we have a meeting once a week in terms of just implementation from an engineering standpoint of, them gaining access to our logs and our data, ingesting that into their system so they can pass it through their own detections that they have in place to identify threats while also using it for their own investigations. So there's a meeting for like an implementation side, and then we have Slack channels set up for any kind of immediate communication, which communication comes from automated Slack channels where they will notify us of particular escalations from them. While also we have just a general Slack channel with that team if we need to communicate with them on anything.
I see. And I know I'm going to go a little bit deeper. What's the volume of incident they cover right now? They cover 50, 60, 70, 80%, just high level,
Here, I can show you. Let me share my screen for a second. I'll show you the dashboard.
Yeah. Probably that's a dashboard, another good link to have us as well.
Yeah, let me add this in there. I'll need to talk to them to get you access to it.
Yeah. I know. This link is going to be work in progress. Like you won't remember everything right now.
Um, MDR. There we go. But here, let me share my screen for a second. And
Okay.
I can give you a quick peek into the dashboard.
Okay. I'll stop sharing.
Yeah.
Whew. Busy
Yeah.
dashboard.
So, and this is only in the past month. If we go back, we started using them. We really started ingesting things. I'd say back in April. So, adjust that, and you can see these are all the different events that they've responded to for us. And then we can come over to more on the insight side. This is interesting. This is new. This was 0 the other day. This is something I need to follow up on. I don't need to talk to them about that because this is brand new. This was 0 literally the other day, and now we have 101 escalated to us with a bunch of severity of low, and things are resolved. Interesting. Oh, it's the automatic verification. Okay, so here, let me show you this as well. So we do have them, we have a specific Slack channel set up to where it's a Slack bot that's coming from them to verify specific things from their MDR. So say if their MDR needs our verification for something, they'll give us information about the event and we can either verify it or not, or we click yes or no. But we'll dive into those more specifics later on. But
Okay.
this currently is the total 21,000 alerts. There's admin verification prompted, user verification prompted. We don't need to worry about that for now, but this is essentially everything that they're handling.
So the one okay, of course, it's good to know everything, A to Z, to know everything. So that's why I was curious. Yeah. Wow. So this company they're just the expertise manage this, right? I mean, at the front line, they have the good process in place. Looks like.
Yeah, they're essentially they are the front line to responding to anything initially that is in scope because so they ingest a lot of our data, but they don't ingest everything, right? They can't account for every single threat in the world, but they ingest data for a lot of our primary products or our primary tools. Like they ingest everything from our EDR, CrowdStrike. They ingest everything from Okta or IAM. They ingest things from AWS. They ingest things from our firewalls as well. So they do act as, the initial responder, right? They're the initial responder in terms of being a tier 1 and tier 2 analyst. And then, of course, through their analysis, they can either take certain remediation steps themselves, depending on severity of it or the context of the event, or they will escalate things to us to then handle or to work with them on.
Gotcha. Yes, I got lots of questions, but I know we don't have time right now. So,
I'll get you introduced to them.
Yeah. And since you and definitely I want to catch you, in person. We're gonna spend more time, just to kind of map this out.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So now, Ryan, just as you remember, just dump the link in there in the tracking doc.
Oh yeah, the link's in there.
Yeah, and I was gonna. Tomorrow we'll meet with Andrew.
We'll meet with Andrew, and yeah, we'll meet in person, and we can go through a whole lot of things tomorrow as well. We'll get you. Well, I know it's a lot. It's going to be a lot at first, but we'll get you up to speed.
Yeah, we're partner, Ryan.
Oh yeah, big time.
We're partner, and so thank you for your time, and I look forward to see you tomorrow. What time did you say you get in? I'm sorry.
I'll probably get in around. It might be 10. Shoot, maybe
Okay.
10. I aim to try to get in there around 10. But
Yeah, the traffic. Who knows, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Okay, Andrew. I'm sorry, Ryan. That sounds really good. So I think let's. I have all the information. I'll look at it, and if you have any more question, I'll hit you tomorrow then.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you, Ryan. I'll see you tomorrow in the office.
Yep. See you
Okay.
tomorrow.
Bye bye.